Lots of us used to do it. That's how to know you're a baby Christian. You be so angry, so bitter with God. Oh no, no. In fact, even if it's not even just angry, if you're even bitter with anybody, like some people blame their parents for stuff like grow up. That's how you tell people to grow up. You're an adult, you're responsible. Take responsibility. They might have been the defining, but like if you really want to grow up in life, you need to start taking responsibility. I love the way one of my pastor friends used to say that personal development is personal responsibility. Growth spells responsibility. Take responsibility. You can change anything. Self-limiting thought. You can change. I don't care. Oh, my father was poor and that's why I'm poor. Keep saying it. And you don't even know that you now have a new father, which is God, that has made you prosperity, made you righteousness. You know the implication of your righteousness. So I'm going to talk about blaming God. Sometimes we blame God for a death. This one is very common. I'm going to stick with this one because I mean he eats the cake, or I don't know what expression to use right now. My dad, I lost my dad as well. But I never blamed God because that's foolishness. Actually, God's supposed to blame me. All this I'm waiting on God. The truth that God has been waiting on you. You are the one that God has set on this earth as a sentinel to mediate between the heavens and the earth. You're the one. You're the one that he has put in charge. Even from the beginning, Genesis said he put man to tend the garden, to keep. You're the one that is to keep your territory. Even the lions in the forest, they know who is going to come and guide their territory for them. How much more you, that is lion. Of course, you're greater than lion, but for want of a better metaphor, there's a roar of the shout of the king inside of you. You need to tell death where to go and where not to go. You have authority over death. Check 1 Corinthians 15. Yes. So the truth is, if something happens to you, I know we should not wait for things to happen to us for us to sit up. Because the truth is that if you feel in days of adversity, it means your strength is small. And if you now put blame game, sorry, you're not about to grow. But when stuff happens to you, you need to retrace and say, how? Me, righteousness. No. Where? How? So you need to make sure that it's not gonna happen, because people love to say affliction shall not arise the second time. It is based on what you know. Because if the affliction meets the second time the same way with the same information or revelation that you had before, it will arise. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. The truth is that you need to lay hold on the reality of who you are. So if anything, God is counting on you. God is not, oh God, come down, manifest your power. You are the very manifestation of his power. That he depends on you to set things aright. Things are going, darkness is creeping up over the world, but nevertheless we are the light and we are supposed to shine. When people are complaining, do you join them to complain, or do you realize that the truth is that you are the answer? I mean, look at the likes of Daniel in the heat of Babylon, an idolatrous. It's so idolatrous that like everything you read Revelation, like everything that is congruent with the wisdom of this world and the enemies, they call it the system of Babylon. So you can imagine Daniel was in the literal Babylon. But look at the way that guy reigned. Look at the way that guy reigned. And that was the guy that Jesus hadn't come. Blood had not been shed for him. The life of God. These patriarchs looked forward to the time where they will share the same life. But look at the victories that this guy had. Look at the way he tamed lions. You think it was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? They knew how. They knew the how. And Daniel was one that said that God gives wisdom to wise. Or he puts it like, the wise know the way of wisdom. Or they know wisdom. They know how to acknowledge wisdom. When you're reading Proverbs, it says wisdom is too high for a fool. By the oh, glory to God. I don't want to go into that. Maybe I'm going to do another video on wisdom, but it's amazing. What am I trying to say in a nutshell? That there's no need for blame. You are the one. You need to take responsibility. That, Kai, what do I not know? If possible, because the truth is that I like the way Einstein said that the problem that created the mind that created a problem cannot bring the solution. So maybe you need to look at someone who in their life, in word and in deed, not someone that is sketchy, is really handling things, maybe in an area you're trying to come up to speed. You can ask the person. You can listen to the person if the person is far-fetched. Maybe listen to men of God that have, the life of the victory of a person in the stories of the person. read scriptures about that thing. Lay hold. Let's just say you're, like, I just use death now. You can be angry in your spirit that no more. Like me, I told myself, no more losses around me. I don't even allow plates to break around me. Nothing dies in my hand. I do not allow. And when you're taking that, of course, devil like to confuse you. That's when he wants to put sickness. That's when he wants your dress to rip. That's when he wants crazy things. But you have to insist. That's how everything in this kingdom works. You insist on the righteousness of God. You insist on what has been done for you. You must insist. You must insist. You must insist. Insisting in confession, insisting in meditation, insisting praying around those truths until the thing hits you. It's just the soul that needs to come up. When it hits your soul, you don't even need to pray. It's a response. You say no. I remember I and my friend were trying out. We like to call it experiment of this God life. I will experiment a lot, guys. Like, I love to experiment, whether it's laying hands on the sick, whether it's speaking to trees to get out the way Jesus did. I do stuff like that. Like, maybe one day I'm gonna share the videos or stuff because I document turning what. Oh, let's not go there. Speaking to the weather, I really do experiment. So we're talking about how our phones, no matter where they fall from, they don't break. Guys, like, it looks very difficult because that initial time, like, things will be happening. I remember once I was so angry. I was like, I've been speaking and my phone fell. And I was in meditation and Holy Spirit pointed out to me, said, what was your expectation? He just played out exactly how, like, when my phone fell, how I screamed. That was my expectations. So when we blame God, you see that yes, you're expecting, you're going to get according to your expectation. And what it meant that, oh, sometimes when mistake happen, don't beat yourself up. You get. I'm not saying that you should put the blame on yourself. I'm saying that you should say, okay, like, this thing has not entered. Like, I always encourage people to listen to yourselves in conversations. How you know things have not really sat in your consciousness. Sometimes when you're free with your friend, you're just talking. This thing is still there. Okay, I'm going to deal with it. Okay, like, even when maybe you saw people when you're angry, just where you apologize. Like, I'm sorry. This is not my nature. My nature is actually love. It's not. That's where I apologize, guys. It's not congruent with my nature. I'm actually a love person. So what am I going to do? Am I going to come and start crying? Hey, hold me. I could burst out in anger. I could say this. No. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to meditate more on love until it oozes out of my pores. So it's the same thing. You're going to meditate on life so much that nothing dies around you. I'm telling you guys, like, death has a spectrum. It can express itself in, like, see, look at the children of Israel. They had a lead. These are people that they said they were stiff-necked because they didn't understand redemption, because they didn't have the life of God, of course. And in the wilderness, you see people that grew into their clothes for years. Their clothes did not wither. Things were just happening. The supernatural was normal to them. It's the same way, like, spectrums of death. I don't even allow death. Whether it's death in the tongue, speaking death, like, I don't die, I'm mad, oh, I'm crazy. Stop those things, okay? And by the time you start looking at your life, God begins to point out things that are not congruent with what He has said about you, that you're doing, and to be highlighted because you're meditating, and they will just be highlighted, and you just stop them. And you see results, like, you expect good things, you expect life. Even when sometimes, do you know that you do this in so much that you will not even know it, because it's now become one with your consciousness. You cannot be passing, and when people are running away, maybe from a madman, you're the one running towards him to lay hands on him, or someone said, hey, someone died there. Instead of you to be running and say crying before you say, hey, God, oh, God has taken, God did not take the person. Hear me. All those lies that it was his time. See, until suns rise, things like this will happen. So you rush to that place where people like Archbishop, you need to read about that guy, man. He said, any dead here, like, you'd be so excited, like, whether it's the spectrum of death in corruption, like breaking of your phone, like giving you the spectrum, like, I told you, like, that initial time I started, it was crazy until even late, like, lately, let's just say, like, last year, my phone fell out from a moving vehicle, like, high speed. If you know Lagos very well, everybody screamed, and I was just calm because I knew that, oh, you know when you've grown, guys. You know when you've grown. And they picked the phone, it was intact. It didn't even break, it didn't even come into two. It didn't. This thing is real, guys. But you need to do the work. And the work, how they said that labor to enter into rest. The labor is belief. It's not any other kind of labor, or paying the price, or what people call it. Is to pay attention to the price that was paid for you, who you really are, to dawn on you that nothing dies in my hand. Even some of the things I have, some gadgets I have around me, like, they just stop work. I don't care how old you've been, until I'm tired of you, you will not. I speak to them. I'm just gonna stop here, guys. So stop blaming God, take responsibility. Take care of you. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. Bye.